Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and that sub button. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. It's pretty crazy to say, believe, to see, all of the above. Actually insane that we were able to finally hit it. On the way to 3,000 now. It's going to take a while, but that's all good. We're going to keep pumping out content every single day. But if you haven't seen from the title already, today we are going to be going over the best snipe filters in 2K23 Myteam. Coming up tomorrow, we are going to have a huge drop. We're getting endgame Kobe, endgame LeBron, endgame Jordan, and endgame somebody else. But basically, we're getting 3 huge names, which that means the market is going to be going crazy. Everything's going to be going down in price. A ton of snipes are going to be thrown up because everybody's going to be trying to get their new players. Paolo Banchero might be our first endgame buyout. We might get somebody else as an endgame buyout. And basically, with that being said, a lot of things are going to change, and that is why now is going to be an excellent time to snipe. So I'm doing what I can to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. But basically, getting into the first filter, this is actually one that I want to talk about just a little bit. If you guys did not watch my video from about a week ago at this point, it was an MT method, and it was about this card. What made it so interesting was that the card actually somewhat went down in value. And when he went down in value, this method was not really, it just wasn't as relevant as it was when I first uploaded it. And now that it is somewhat relevant, this video is actually going to be one that I don't typically plug my own videos or any videos at all, but I actually really would like you guys to go watch this video because this MT method is going to be an absolute beast now. And if you did not watch it yet, I am going to show you exactly what video it is if it'll let me load it up. It is going to be the how to claim a free 250,000 MT in Myteam video. So coming over here to see that, it'll be this one right here. Enjoy the Oreo screen here, but it'll be this video right here. It was posted like a week ago. It's got over 10,000 views. But that video is going to be super relevant now because this Victor Wembanyama went back up in price. He is no longer a buyout. So the first snipe filter of the video is going to be Victor Wembanyama buyout. I cannot believe that this card went back up in price. I think people are starting to realize that it might be a long shot of getting an invincible or a endgame Bol Taco Fall, any like big, small forward, power forward player. So everybody has just been bidding on this card and buying this card. I just seen one that was a buyout, wasn't really ready for it. I actually clicked on it and then he popped up and I was like taking a note down on my phone for these filters and then looked up and there he was. But that video was basically about badging this card up, which at 41 Hall of Fame badges, if you can get them up to the 50s, that is going to be huge for how much this card's going to sell for. As you see, this one, 51 right here. He's already at 110, still has 5 minutes left. Going to be the next card ending. Very, very curious to see where that card will end. Another one at 53 in 9 minutes. So that video will explain everything you need to know with how to make a shit ton of MT on that card. Getting into the next one, it is going to be an invincible filter. These ones right here have been doing really well. A ton of invincible buyouts going up, and that is just something that is making it so much more fun. So set your theme to invincible, set your division to actually southeast, and it is going to be the buyout enabled. So if you don't know what enabled buyout is, basically this is going to be a filter that either you're going to have Penny Hardaway or going to have about 65,000 MT to invest in Penny Hardaway. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to buy Penny Hardaway for 65,000 MT. Once you have him, you're going to come down to the exclude user owned cards. When you throw that on enabled, the only cards that you're going to see would be LaMelo Ball and Tracy McGrady. So the fact that you're only going to see LaMelo Ball and Tracy McGrady, those are both 2 cards that don't sell for buyouts. So you're going to go ahead, after you have that, set your exclude user owned cards to enabled, and then set your minimum buyout to 500. And instead of seeing all of these cards, it's probably the first time going to come up as nothing found, and that is why you're going to keep refreshing to hopefully snipe a LaMelo Ball or a Tracy McGrady. Nonetheless, a W filter. If you don't have enough MT to buy this card, there's going to be plenty of filters that are either going to get you up to enough MT to buy that card or going to make you just as much MT. Getting into the next one, this one's going to be more of a budget filter. This one is actually going to be Titan's Dark Matter Buyout, or not Buyout, 10,000 lowest. So you're going to set your maximum buyout to 10,000. And basically on this filter, the card you're going to be looking for, you're going to have Ben Simmons, you're going to have Dirk Nowitzki, you're going to even have Yao Ming. If you were able to get a Yao Ming for 10,000, you are going to make a ton of MT. Going to be really hard to do, but this is going to be a very, very solid filter. 3 solid cards, and there's once again, there's going to be a lot of Ben Simmons going up because there's going to be a point guard LeBron tomorrow. Nobody really wants Ben Simmons anymore. So with that being said, a lot of snipes being thrown up, which means a lot of MT that you can make. Getting into the next one, it is going to be another theme. This is going to be the Interdimensional Lowest, which is going to be sitting right now at about 11,000. On this filter, you can see Tim Thomas, you can see Luka Doncic, and you can see Bol. If you're able to get a Bol, that'd be a huge W. Make sure you set your filter to Dark Matter. That might help. But if you're able to get a Bol, that would be huge. I think he's still in the 30 to 40,000 right now. Luka's kind of sitting around 20 to 30,000. I still can't believe that Bol went down as much as he did. That's still such a good card. And the height that he has at small 40 might have went back up just a little bit, at least from yesterday. Yesterday, he was sitting around like 30,000 MT, which is absolutely crazy. Getting into the next one, it is going to be one that seems to be a favorite on this channel. It is going to be the Nuggets playoff lowest. Everybody seems to do really well with this. So it's just one of those filters that I'm going to keep putting on here as long as everybody keeps getting the snipes that it requires to be put into the video. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Theme playoffs, team Nuggets, and it's going to be the lowest. Lowest right now is about 4,500 MT. So set it in that range. You can go down to 4,000 if you wish to make just a little bit more. Actually, it went down just a little bit, so that's even better. More of them are being thrown up. As you see here, Christian Brown and Bruce Brown are somewhat cheaper. I would say buy Christian Brown. Actually, 1,600 is kind of a snipe. So as you can see here, sitting at 2,000, I would buy Christian Brown and do the same thing with the enabled filter. I'd buy Christian Brown and Bruce Brown, and then I would set your maximum buyout to 3,000 MT. Because under 3,000, those are going to be the only 2 cards. Actually, buy Ish Smith too. So I buy Ish Smith, Bruce Brown, and Christian Brown. Turn that enabled filter on and buy everything under 3,000 MT. Getting into the next one, it is going to be very simple. It is going to be the minimum buyout. No, it's going to be the maximum buyout 500 filter. This one right here, the thing that makes this filter such a W is you're going to see a good amount of snipes, and you're also going to make MT no matter what you buy. Everything that you could possibly see on this filter already would quick sell for more than what you're paying. So even if it's not something that's really worth throwing back up, maybe it's a card that goes for 900 MT by the time you get taxed, wouldn't really matter. Just quick sell them. You're going to make MT regardless. That is what I love about this filter. Another thing to be said with all these filters, unless you know you're on a crazy filter that you shouldn't be seeing very often, like the Invincible Southeast buyout or the Endgame buyout, which will come at the end. Most of these filters I would give 10 to 15 minutes to. If you're not seeing anything or you're not making enough MT off of them, just move on and go to another one. Getting into the next one, it is going to be the Dark Matter lowest. The lowest Dark Matter right now is sitting at about 4,500 MT the last time I checked. So either put it at 4,000. Actually, no, put it at 3,600. And buy everything you see. This is a W filter because obviously you can see any Dark Matter, including an Endgame, including an Invincible, including any of the hero cards, Yao Ming, you know, any card that holds value, you could still see it on this filter. So that is what I really like about that filter. Getting into the next one, this one's going to be just a little bit more budget. It'll be the Galaxy Opal lowest. Set your maximum buyout at 2,000 and buy everything you see. This filter is really good. A lot of people have been posting Galaxy Opals. I don't know why there's so many Galaxy Opals coming up because nobody is pulling them anymore because they're not really in packs that much. But there's a lot of Galaxy Opals going up, and everybody seems to be doing really well on that. Getting into the next one, it is going to be the Invincible lowest filter. Grant Hill right now has kind of destroyed the Invincible market, so that's a good thing for people who want to snipe. Going to be a lot of snipes of him going up, and obviously you could see a T-Mac, you could see a Penny Hardaway, who's also going for a cheaper buyout. You could see anybody up to a Shaq, Magic, Curry, any of them. So go ahead and set your maximum buyout to 35,000 and buy everything you see there. And getting into the last filter, I said it was coming, and here it is. It is going to be the Endgame buyout. Keep in mind, I don't know how much longer end games aren't going to be a buyout. The cards could drop tomorrow and we could start seeing a Paolo Banchero buyout. That would be absolutely insane, but I wouldn't say it's a long shot from happening. You get 4 more end games, and then all of a sudden that Paolo card is just not really looking as enticing as it was before, I guess. If it's enticing still, I don't think it really is. But just with his height, being 6'10", as a small forward, power forward, it's just, too many Wembys going around. He just, inside the paint, he just doesn't defend the way you would kind of hope he would, which is why he's going down so much. As you can see right now, he's at 102,000 with 30 seconds left. So it's just one of those things. He's already not ending much over a buyout. So even if you see a Paolo, you might want to buy him at like 95, 90. 100,000 is kind of pushing it because I don't know how much he's really going to be selling for by the time you see this video. As of right now, he's sitting at about 120. So if you did get him for 100, you'll still make MT off of him. But like I said, the closer we get to those cards dropping, and when those cards do drop, he's going to get closer to a buyout. He might even become a buyout. So it's just something you really, really want to pay attention to before you go in there and start buying a ton of them, and then you get that 10,000 tax, and then you're losing a ton of MT, and nobody likes losing MT. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and that sub button. Once again, thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. It's been a journey, but it's been a great one. It's been ups and downs. Probably, 10 retirements throughout this that I stopped recording and then all of a sudden came back. But you guys have stuck with me the whole way. I really appreciate it. Y'all already know what it is. I'm out.